Okay, so when I called all of these shelters, they were telling me, I'm going to tell you what they told me. So they told me that, well, first of all, the first shelters that I called, they had answering services telling you to leave your number and that they would call back. Then they were telling me that they were doing intake, and I showed up, and then they said that they were not doing intake that day. Today. Then they were saying that they were men's shelters, that they didn't take women. There were a lot of shelters that only take men. They were saying most of the list only took men. Like at least 50% of the list said that they only take in males. Also, they were saying that they were full, or they were saying they were not a shelter. They were saying, oh, this is not a shelter. We do other services. People said they could refer me to other places that I called, and they were saying they were full. People were taking my information and saying they would call me back, but they were full, never called back. They were disconnected. The numbers were disconnected. They were not answering. Some of the people hung up. They were saying that they were not taking anybody anymore in some of these shelters, that they stopped accepting applications due to COVID. And basically, I went through that entire list of shelters, getting these type of responses, that they only took males, that they were full, that they were not longer taking anybody, they're not a shelter, numbers disconnected, numbers hanging up, or I'll call you back, or I'll refer you, or call this number, and then give you a list of the places that you already called, and no help at all. So out of all of these numbers, I'm going to count all the places that I called. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. So I've called at least 79 shelters today. I've been calling and going to shelters, but I've been calling since 3, 4, 5 o'clock this morning. I've been checking out information before I came into town. About 80 shelters, and they're all saying that they're not a shelter, they're full, they only take men, referral services, or you have to have a child in order to come, or you have to have income, but that's ridiculous. For 80 shelters, for all of the shelters, I can see some people go to one place and they'll take them, but you're denying a pregnant African American woman with this type of case in 80 shelters in the United States. I understand you can say, oh, you just got into town, you got to keep calling, but no, they have emergency places, and I'm going to explain what's really going on with why they are denying me into 80 different organizations. Yes, some of them are not actually shelters, but they do help with housing and things like that. Some of them actually are not shelters, so I do understand that. I'm not counting those. But out of those 80 organizations that I called, not one place would house an African American woman. that is with child. So I'm going to give you guys the real rundown of what's really going on. I didn't graduate college, but I'm going to take you guys to school real quick. And I'm going to find you another location. I'm going to switch it up, and then I'm going to tell you guys what's really going on.